Alright, it's been a little while since I made a video. I've been a little busy. I'm not making as much money as I was, so I'm not investing as much money as I was. But my girlfriend and I guess I don't have this one synced up with my other phones. Well, anyway, I've been learning her stocks, and she's already got a good 2,500 invested. I have to look at my other phone. But basically,
in a quarter mile, turn right onto South Grove Road, East Old Mill Road.
And I'm driving, so I can't look at my other phone per se, because I'm on the back roads. Okay.
Take the next right onto South Grove Road, East Old Mill Road.
Hang on, I'll put this phone down. And I'll try to be quick so it doesn't time out on me.
Continue on East Old Mill Road for 1.5 miles.
Alright. I created a group text with her, my dad, and my brother for stocks. And I took a picture of the stuff that her and I sat down and went over. So ZIM, she already bought some because I told her to buy $1,000 worth of ZIM while it was down, so she can make 200% profit. Right now, the stock's going up, so it's not as profitable. It's only 268% profitable right now. But anyway, it's a secure investment though. Their earnings per share are less than their dividend payout, but not by much. And normally normally their earnings per share is higher than their dividend. For some reason, it's lower right now. And I haven't done the research to find out why, but it's still stable. It's still stable. It's not going crazy like some of the other ones. Anyhow, like OP there at the very top, paying over 400% profit, 496, almost 500% profit. I got some OP stock, but not much. Maybe like
a quarter mile, continue onto State Highway CC.
Maybe like $50 to $100 worth. You know. But 500% profit on $100 will make me over $100 a quarter.
Continue on State Highway CC for 11 miles.
So I can turn around and reinvest that money. Basically I'll make my money back in the first quarter. Then I can turn around and reinvest it into wherever I want and still have that money in that stock where it'll make another $100 the next quarter. So it's an unstable stock, so it appears. Earnings per share is in the negative $12.73, and they're paying out $8. Why is their earnings so low yet they're still able to pay out dividends. Don't know. Are they going bankrupt? Don't know. Some people think they are, but their stock seems somewhat stable. You know, it goes up, it goes down, it fluctuates, but for whatever reason, they're losing money. So that's a risky stock. So I went through and made a list of the top 50, or my girlfriend and I sat down and made a list of the top 50 stocks, or top 50 dividend yielding stocks. Zim wasn't number 1, it was like number 5, but nonetheless, we got Zim at the top because it's our favorite. So Zim might be the best low risk stock. So my girlfriend's got like $1,500 in them. My dad and my brother and I, all 4 of us, have a lot of money in Zim. Not a lot. Like some people, $1,000 is not a lot of money. To us, it is. So we all got about $1,000 or more in Zim. Let's see. OROVY. It's down on the list. Here we go. It's like number 6 or 7 on the list. So OROVY is the second best dividend stock that is a low risk. So Zim would be the best. OROVY would be the second best. The third best is PBR. But that's a medium risk because they are making less money. Oh, PBR's down here. But anyways, so PBR is now the third best. But anyways, they're making money, but their earnings per share is less than their dividend, but not by much. Only like 40 cents. It was worse than that. It's now better. So that's good. It makes PBR look better. PBR and ZIM, right now, looking at them without knowing anything about them, I would call them medium risk. But since I know more about them because I've been following them for a while, I would call them low risk because they're 2 stable companies. PBR has government backing, and Zim has been around for quite a while. They seem to know what they're doing, and their their earnings per share is normally higher than their dividend payout. So it's just down for this quarter. So I don't consider that high risk, or even medium risk, because normally they're low risk. So for one quarter, they're medium risk. We'll see what happens next quarter before I actually make a decision on if they're high, low, or medium. But I would still consider them high. Not high, low risk. So after OROVY and PBR, we have PCFBY. Where is it? Oh, it dropped. because AMKBY is good too. Okay, so AMKBY, their stock must have went down because they were lower than PCFBY. But PCFBY, their earnings per share is double their dividend payout. So they're basically giving us 50% of the profits. Not bad. And the yield is 22.5%. 22.5% is basically the stock price versus the dividend. So the payout well, that don't make sense. But anyways, the dividend payout is $1.33 per share. And the stock price is $6.22 per share. I used to know how to read this, now I kind of forgot. Because that looks weird. Oh, right. 20%. So, okay. It's 22% of your dollar that you invested, you get back. So, $1.33 is 22.5% of $6.62. Okay, that makes sense. Right. And if it was 100%, then you get $6.62 per share. Alright, so yeah, they're the next best on the list. After that should be AMKBY. Let's look up the paper. No. AMKBY is after that. TRMD. Let's see where TRMD is on the list. Okay, they're below AMKBY. Alright, so TRMD. I have to look and see what they do. But basically, their earnings per share is $8.48. And the dividend yield is $5.84. So they're giving us like 80% of the profit. And the yield is 25%. Yeah, 25% of $23 or $24 would be $6. So there you go. Alright, what's next? BRY. Oh, that's not the one she decided to do though. But anyways, oh, these are just, I don't know how we came up with this list, but these are like the top yielding dividend stocks. We entered them into my database and then picked all of the low risk ones, entered them into her database, and then she picked the top 5 from there. So she picked ZEM, OROVY, which is good because I got that. I endorse them. PBR, TRMD, and AMKBY. Those are the ones she picked. But there's a bunch of them that were low risk or medium risk. So that's basically how I look for. She basically just picked the best yielding stocks from the low risk list of stocks. And she basically put $4,000 into those. Not 4, 2, my bad. $2,000 into those. I think she's got 1,500 in Zem. And then she split the other 500 up amongst the other 4. And I think she put 200 she put 200 in PBR, and then put $100 each into the other ones. Basically, how I look at it is I punch in the codes into my dividend tracker, my dividend stalker, and it basically stalks and tracks the dividends. And I look at, like, say, Zem, that's the best one on the list here. I look at their earnings per share versus their dividend payout. If the earnings per share is higher than the dividend, I'm in. Like I said, Zem used to be, but this month or quarter, they're down. So they might be considered medium risk. But anyways, so that's how I do it. Another thing I'm doing, and I just started implementing this. I haven't done this with the high yielding dividend stocks. I've been doing this with the low yield.
Take the next right onto Missouri 13 North.
Dividend stocks, because they're easier and it hurts less. But
continue on Missouri 13 North for 31 miles.
What I would do, for example, OP, I only have $100 in there, but it's paying like 500% return on your investment if they don't go bankrupt, right? So say I put $500 in there, or $497. For some reason, I don't have a calculator on this phone. But basically, well, let's go ahead and see if we can download one. I can't do that because I'm recording. Oh, it's still waiting to install. Alright, well, while we wait for that... Oh, wait, here it is. Sweet. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it don't. Here we go. Alright, so 500. But I don't know how many shares that would be, but let's just go 500 times 500%. Oh, wait. Alright, 500 times 500% would be $2,500. Divided by 4 times 0.75 for taxes. I wouldn't quite make my money back in the first quarter, but I'd make it back in the second quarter. So when I got my dividend payout for $4.68, I basically would just throw in another 500, right? So I put in another $31 of my money. So now I have $1,000 in there times 5. No, I did that wrong. That's $5,000 per year. Divided by 4 quarters, that's $2,500 a quarter. Times 0.75 after taxes, that's $937. Now I put in $32 plus 500, so I'd end up with basically $400 in my pocket. So in 6 months, I'd have $400 in cash profit, right? Now, but the next quarter, I'm gonna throw in another 500, right? Well, I've already got my money back, and I've got $400 worth of profit. So now, if I go ahead and put the 500 back in, then I would basically be only $100 in the hole, give or take. So now I got $1,500 in times 5. Now that is $7,500 per year. And we're only at the third quarter, right? So divide that by 4 quarters. That's $1,875 per quarter. Times 0.75 after taxes, that's $1,500 or $1,400 per quarter. Now, I take my $100 out, I got $1,300 left, right? So if I reinvest another 500, so minus 600, that would give me $800 left over in my pocket, cash that I made in 3 quarters of a year, right? So there's $800 in my pocket, right? So now we have $2,000 invested times no point times 5. That's $10,000, right? So divided by 4 quarters, it's $2,500 a quarter. And remember, now at this point, I'm pure profit. Everything after this, everything after that, I don't remember what it was now. $600, $800 I had left over from the last calculation. Now, ever since that, everything is profit. Because the money I put back in was from the money I made, not from my pocket. So $2,500 a quarter, that's $500 a month I'm making, times 0.75. After taxes, that's $1,875. Now if I take out $500 and reinvest it, then I only made $1,375. That's $1,375 profit, and the $500 I reinvest is pure profit. So I'm no more money out of my pocket. It's all profit. Now I can take that $1,300 and invest it in other stocks or do whatever I want with it. But after basically 1 year, I'm making a profit, like $1,000 profit per quarter, at least $1,300. So I think I was up to 1,000. So now I put in another 500 at the end of the year. I'm up to $2,500 invested. Times 5, that's $1,250. Divided by 4, that's $3,125 a quarter. Times 0.75 for taxes. It's still $2,300 per quarter. That's almost $1,000 a month. So you just keep repeating this process, and eventually that stock alone, if it doesn't go bankrupt, will pay all your bills. But you can't rely on that stock alone. So you start taking that money, that profit, and rolling it over into the next best thing. And that way you got 2 best things. And then once you start making money on that one, you roll it over to the next best thing. Now you got 3 best things. And you just keep doing that. Keep doing it well. Doing it well. Just keep doing that. And eventually you're making money on your money and reinvesting the money that you made on your money and making more money on that money. So you're making money on the money that you made, your money on your money, and your money on your mind. Your mind on your money and your money on your mind. So it's all profit after that if you just keep doing that. Now the older you are, the more you want to dump your money in to build this as quickly as possible. But if you're 18 years old and it's just getting started, you can get started with $100. Let it duplicate. Pick the best stock or the best 5 stocks. Start out with $100. Put $20 each in each of the best 5 stocks. Next month or next week, whenever you get paid, take another $100. Divide it by 5. Put $20 each into the top 5 dividend stocks that week. Just keep doing that every week until you're making a profit. And once you're making a profit, then you start rolling that money over into the next best thing. There's some long-term dividend stocks that you should be looking at. Like VOO and REITs, QQQ, the S&P 500s. There's a few of those. Things like that are more long-term investments. I would pick the ones that pay the best yield, like SCH something or other, pays a higher dividend yield, and it's the same thing as, you know, maybe a Vanguard stock, but the Vanguard stock may be up or while the other one's down. So the one that's down is going to pay more dividends. You know? It's kind of like that. Anyway, I'm getting sleepy. So I'm going to pump up the jam, pump it up, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump up the jam, pump it up. So I don't fall asleep behind the wheel. I still got another 30 minutes to go before I get home. So, in conclusion, basically, when you're starting out and you don't want to do a high risk, look for something not so much like this, but let's see here, OROVY, where the dividend or earnings per share is higher than the dividend, and it's got a high yield. So you're making like 50% on this one. So you put in $100, you're gonna make $50 back. But you still got your original $100 as long as the stock doesn't go down. And even if the stock does go down, if it doesn't lose $50, you're still ahead. And it can always go back up. So that's how I start out. And I suggest starting out. But if you want to do a little bit of everything like I do, just match their percentage. Like this one here is paying 62% yield. Throw in $51 or $52. And it'll take you 2 years to get your money back, but in 2 years you'll have all your money back. That being said, if the first quarter, when you get your $5 or whatever, what I say, well, let's go back to the calculator. So say you throw in $50 the first, $50, right? So 50 times 0.5 is $25 per year. Divided by 4 quarters times 0.75 for taxes. First quarter, you're going to make $4.68. So say you throw in another $50. You're going to basically double that. So it'll take 10 years for you to start actually making, or 10 quarters to actually start making a profit. Or less than that. I don't know how to do that calculation, and I'm tired. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Just buying a little bit of everything. That way I get paid almost every day. 1% of $1 is only 1 penny. But, next quarter when I get, if I put $1 in a stock that only pays 1%, the next quarter I make a penny, I throw in another $1. Now I got $2 in there. Next quarter, I make 2 cents. So I throw in another $1. Next quarter, I make 3 cents. Or whatever it is. Not quarter. But you get the picture. And it just keeps growing. So I put I put big money in the big dividend stocks, put little money in the little dividend stocks. Once the big dividend stocks pay off and I'm making a profit, I just roll that money over into the lower ones. And then I got money that I didn't have to work for in the long term, more secured investments. And I'll put some of my money in there too in the beginning. But towards the end, I'll just be using my dividends to fund my other dividend stocks. Just keep making money on the money that I make money on. Wait, I make money on the money that I made money on my money. And I got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. So there you go. Alright, before I fall asleep behind the wheel, I'm going to let you go. Alright, bye.